try to have a more narrow value range in your shadows. My name is Gábor Svagrik. Welcome to the channel. What I mean by that, and I'll give you some visuals. I know some of you have watched my how to paint rocks, better rocks. I have my dog here. I have two dogs, two German Shepherds here, but she needs her pet, so I'm going to pet her as we're talking. When you have your values too spread inside your shadows, it's going to look disjointed. Generally, when I look at a painting and let's say it's backlit, I don't want my values to be separated too much. It's more of subtle color temperatures, but close value range. Does that make sense? So closer value range, and I talked about it in the video before about values, but have a closer value range, but you can have broken color in there. So you can still have color, right? Muted color because it's in the shadow, but closer value range. Because if you have too choppy of a value range, choppy meaning the values are separated, meaning you're going to throw like a value like a 3 and a 8, like in the shadow. It's not going to look good. It's not going to look good at all. Try to keep those values closer inside your shadows, and it's something that we don't think about. But as you practice more and more, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's really apparent when I see painters that just do not have the experience yet, especially from painting from life. This is where you're going to learn a lot of this. That's why I urge you, paint from life. And because from life, there's no filter between you and the camera, right? There's no filter between you and the camera. That's what I like about painting from life. That's where you learn all these things from. Because you don't see those subtle things sometimes in the photograph, because photographs tend to over or underexpose things, right? You won't have that. So generally you get it like the shadows are way too dark. You don't see inside that shadow. But when you look at it with your eye, you get to see those subtle shifts of color within, yet the values are still close to each other. Now putting that into practice, right? That's where the rubber meets the road, right? So give it a shot with just for our purpose here, a painting of a rock, and it's just lit from the top, let's say, but most of it is in shadow. The reason I say rock, because it's got different faces a little bit. It could be a ball, I mean, as a sphere, but try to put close values to each other, and then do another one where you're separating the values. Check it out. Look at the difference just visually. It's the one with separated values. It's not going to look nearly as good visually. It's going to be too disturbing for the eye. Your eye is looking everywhere. I want my eye to settle in the shadow area. Still have a mystery in there. Still have color and value shifts, but it's very subtle. I believe when you look at a painting, just you can look on the internet or near a museum or whatever. When you're dealing with shadows, when the artist deals with shadows, the value range is very close to each other. Okay, just try to simplify it. It comes back to simplicity also, right? When I talk about simplicity, simplifying things. Certain areas you can have where, like, say, the top of the rock meets where the sun is hitting it, and then you have a darker background. Then the value shift is huge between those two. So the top of the rock and behind it, it's a big shift. You can have it over there, but that's where I want the eye to go, right? I don't want in the shadow my eye to go into the shadow and then just do this kind of like, real excited area within the shadows. Yeah, it's again, it sounds simple, but gosh, I've done the mistake where I have too much detail inside those shadows. I don't need to. I want to simplify those shadows areas down. And those are the large masses. I'll do an episode on large masses too, but that kind of ties into those, tying your masses, your shapes together. And once generally something is backlit, there will be a lot of these darker areas, like a form that's connecting the whole thing together. Yeah, that's kind of my little lesson for today as I'm petting my dog. If you guys can see her, she likes to be petted a lot. Please subscribe and share. I have free webinar link below. I have full instructional videos. There's a link below that also too there in the description. And please make comments, ask questions below this video. I would love to hear from you guys. And again, see you next time. Take care.